Howdy, partners.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to another episode of Jump Ball, the premier basketball trivia podcast on the internet, in my opinion.
I'm going to write that
down. Yeah, hold me to it. I'm Adam. I'm hosting this week, and boy, oh boy, do I have two fantastic competitors this week. First up, we got Justin, who sits at a 1-2 record on the season. Hi, Justin. How you doing?
Combat starts now. That's all I gotta say.
All right. I think I'll take that as a good, I guess. Nice
Business.
to see you too.
Business.
All right. And then we also have Brock, who sits at a so far undefeated 2-0 here in season 2. A lot on the line. Hey, Brock, how we doing?
Doing good. You know what? Feeling undefeated, as some would say. Yeah, gonna run it back. Can't wait. Can't wait to beat Justin again.
Corny.
Shut up. What do you mean corny? You're all business. You said that before and lost, so
He's all business every episode.
I'm not fucking scared of this all business. Never have, never will be.
Corny.
All right. Boys. You're both so beautiful. Anyway, boys, we've done a nicknames episode, right? I don't know when it was, but we did that. And nicknames come up a lot because they're a lot of fun. I don't blame us, you know? But this week, we're going to be doing a variation of nicknames. Nothing on this list is going to be in reference to a single player's nickname, but rather the nickname that a team or a group of players have been given. And so the way this will work, I will give you the nickname, and I'll give you how many players there are associated with that nickname. Each player that you get correctly will be 1 point. So, for example, if I say Splash Brothers, 2 players, obviously the answers are
Steph and Clay.
Draymond and Bogut.
Okay, so Justin would have gotten 0 points. Brock would have gotten 2 points. If you would have said Steph and Draymond, you would have gotten 1 point. Easy peasy. We'll have 8 of those questions in the first round, in round 1, with 24 points possible in that round. And then we'll have a speed round, a classic speed round, where each of you will have the chance to score an additional 12 points.
That's a speed round.
So, question, Adam.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You're gonna ask the question, but me and Brock don't buzz in or anything. We just write down on a piece of paper, right? Who we think it is.
Yep, you both just lock in with your answers.
Got it. Sounds Gucci game to me.
All right, any questions, Brock?
No, I'm ready to go.
All business.
So let's get started with another episode of Jump Ball.
Oh, no.
Let's go!
Gentlemen, the first nickname is the Twin Towers. We're looking for 2 players, and I will elaborate that this is a nickname from the 80s because Twin Towers has been used to reference multiple duos of players.
I'm locked.
This one was given in the 80s.
I am locked in as well.
All right, Justin, no hesitation. What'd you go with?
Ralph Sampson and Team Elijah.
All right, and Brock?
Oh, God. I also went with Hakeem, but my dumbass wrote Otis Thorpe. I don't know. Oh, Otis.
Unfortunately, Otis Thorpe is not the right answer.
I knew
wish
as
he
soon
was.
as Justin said it. God damn it.
It is Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson. So we do sit at 2 points to 1 with Justin taking an early lead.
All business.
Moving on to question number 2. Who were the 3 players included in Run TMC?
I'm locked.
There's no way he wrote that down so quickly.
It's humanly impossible.
I guess I'm locked.
All right, Brock, not a whole lot of confidence, it doesn't sound like, but what do we got?
I literally could not come up with a third name. I have 2 that I'm confident about. It's Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullin. But the third one is just eluding me. I wrote down Monte Ellis. That's not right. He wasn't on the Run TMC Warriors. But the Monte Ellis Warriors. That's not right. I know.
He's been in the league for a while.
The M is the forgotten man in Run TMC. Justin, who'd you have?
Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, and Mitch Richmond. One of my favorite trios to play on NBA 2K. So, just fun fact out there.
Mitch Richmond, one of the forgotten NBA greats, in my opinion, is the M in Run TMC, and you were correct that it is Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullin, the other two members. You know, they're just a fun ass team. You know, it's a good ass fun ass team.
Good ass fun ass.
They're a good ass fun ass team. I don't know what else to tell you.
Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond.
Mitchy Rich. All right, so Justin adds another point to the separation. They're up 5 points to 3 after the second question. The third question, I'll need to do a little bit of explaining because we've got the bad boys. However, I've got a couple gimmies. Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer, gimmies. We got to keep the point level down a little bit here. So those two, you can write them down. I'm not going to give you a point for them. Okay. And just to be specific, this is the original Bad Boy Pistons that the years were 1986 to 1991. And you do have a potential here for 8 players. Not counting Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer.
So, wait. I can guess up to 8 players?
Correct.
And that's not including?
Correct. 8 players other than Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer.
Holy shit. Okay. Got a lot.
Is a big question.
Yeah, it is.
God, I don't know.
You know, it's funny.
I'm not. I don't.
What's funny, bro?
Not including.
Bad Boy Pistons are one of my favorite teams of all time.
Yeah. We're gonna see if that's true or not.
I think I can only get 7 names though.
What if I just get their last names?
Depending on how like identifiable it is, I would count it.
Like if the last name's Smith.
Right. So for example, I probably wouldn't have given you the Isaiah Thomas point if you would have just said Thomas, but if you just put Laimbeer instead of Bill Laimbeer, I'd probably give you that one.
Okay. Because I'm
locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked.
All right, Justin, hit me. What you thinking, bud?
Well, the 2 guard, Joe Dumars. Dennis Rodman was an original, so I went with Dennis Rodman. Rick Mahorn.
Mahorn.
What?
Man, it's not Manhorn, it's Mahorn.
Okay, him. Then I went with John Sally, who is also a big man, and then Dantley. Dantley was a guy. I can't remember his first name.
Adrian. I can give it to him.
Okay.
Dantley's pretty good. I give him Dantley.
That's all I got.
Well, it's interesting because Adrian Dantley's not on my list. So
wasn't he original?
Not according to this, he wasn't.
What?
Hey.
I think he may have been pre-Bad Boys. He was on the Pistons with some of these guys, but by the time they were called the Bad Boys, I don't think he was there anymore.
I thought he was on that documentary though.
I thought he got traded from the Hawks or someone there. I don't know. Okay,
he's not on my list. It may not be perfect.
Okay.
That's fine.
No, that's fine.
But Justin, that's all the names you got?
Yeah, that's all I could really think of.
All right, Brock, what are you thinking?
All right, I got 7 names here, and unfortunately, Adrian Dantley is not on the list. I did have him. I had Dennis Rodman, of course. I also had John Saley. I had Rick Mahorn. I had Joe Dumars, and then some of the forgotten bad boys. I have Vinnie Johnson. and Mark Aguirre.
Oh, Mark Aguirre. Dang it. That name. Yeah. He played for the Mavericks after the Bad Boys.
Bad boys.
I forgot about Mark
Very
Aguirre.
good. Very good. So, Brock, you did come away with 6 points there, and Justin with 4. So that does tie up the episode as a whole, 9 points to 9 points here. So big swing there. The 8 names that I was looking for were Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, Rick Mahorn, Vinnie Johnson, John Sally, James Edwards, Mark Aguirre, John Long, Michael Williams,
I don't know.
and a name I'd never heard before, but it might be one of my favorite names, Fennis Dembo.
Yep. No.
Oh yeah, I would have not gotten any of those last names.
Fennis.
John Long.
John Long.
Big John
I
Long
like
fan.
Fennis Dembo because it sounds like the letters should be switched. Like it sounds like it should be Dennis Fembo.
Dennis
But it's
Fembo.
Fennis Dembo. All right, so tied up at 9. Both of our contestants are after question number 3. Moving on to question number 4. This is a nickname given to 2 players while they were in college, and then they did end up playing together in the NBA. So that nickname did have a resurgence, but it was originally given to them in college, and that nickname is Phi Slamma Jamma.
Say the nickname again.
Phi Slamma Jamma.
What's that first word? Phi?
Phi, as in like the joke of this is that this was the fraternity that they were in college was Phi Slamma Jamma.
Oh.
Not a real fraternity, but
Phi Slamma Jamma. Are we able to get like a... actually, no. I was going to say a year for them, but I'd probably give it away. Oh, God. I have no idea.
I could give a hint if there's a consent for both parties for a hint.
I like hints.
Okay, what if I'll ask for consent again? Is it all right if I tell you the team that they played on in the NBA together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
All right, that would be the Houston Rockets.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Okay.
I can give another hint if you guys
No.
really need one.
I
No,
don't.
we're okay. Fuck.
All right. I'm going to be locked in, I guess. Yes, I'm locked in. Never heard this nickname before.
I haven't either. I'm locked. I have no idea.
All right.
I don't even know if this guy went to college.
All right, well, we'll go to Brock first.
All right.
Any semblance of a thought process here?
Well, before you gave the hint of them playing on the Houston Rockets, my original thought was to go with Vince Carter and someone from that UNC team.
That was my exact thought too.
I could not think of anyone that played with him in college. And then you gave the hint, Rockets, and Vince Carter never played on the Rockets. So that was kind of out. So no one recent. I actually wrote down my boy Otis again, and then and then Clyde Drexler. That's what I got.
All right, Justin. I love the Otis pick, by the way. I love how much we talk about Otis Thorpe on this podcast.
There's some weird players go up in this podcast, and Otis is one of them.
So I went with it. Just I was thinking
Motherfucker's still thinking.
well,
I thought you locked in, my guy.
I am locked. I have no idea if it's right. So I went with High Flyers. I thought that played for the Rockets too. And I went with also Clyde Drexler, but I went with was Cal a high flyer at all?
Fucking Cal Murphy.
You're asking me if Cal Murphy could fly?
I have no idea. I did Cal even go to college?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm thinking
Cal's
of
an
like
educated man.
I'm thinking of like
Smart man.
I'm thinking of like an explosive backcourt. It's a fly slam jammy, you know? Like, did they even play together? I don't even know. Clyde played on the Rockets.
Didn't. They definitely never played together. But gents, you both scored a point there. All right. Clyde Drexler was correct. He played for the University of Houston, and played with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hakeem was a
Houston.
I didn't know Hakeem was a Cougar.
Yeah.
He did
That's
play
interesting.
for Houston.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So I when you said Otis, I was like, oh, he fucking could have said Hakeem. He's so goddamn close.
I wasn't close on. I wasn't
Well,
close
but
on
you got
Cal.
Clyde right. I mean, I'm surprised you both got Clyde. That's impressive to me. So, all right, good. I mean, especially considering it's like a Rockets poll is like, you don't usually think of Clyde being like a Rockets guy first and foremost. So
I was
Clyde
just
the
trying to
Glide,
think.
baby.
Well, Clyde the Glide, and then
exactly, yeah.
Cal the Hawk. You know,
Cal the
Educated man.
Cal the educated, really nice guy. You know. All right. So after question 4, we're both tied up at 10 points still, and question 5 is a bit of a callback. The nickname is the Twin Towers, but this time given to 2 men who played in the 90s.
Locked.
Au contraire to the last question, a couple of quick locks. Justin, what you thinking, bud?
I went with Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
All right, and Brock.
I also locked in with the same answer. I was writing those 2 names down for the first answer. Then you told me they played in the 80s. So then I erased those and wrote down Otis and Hakeem, which was not right with the Otis pick. Otis is 0 for 2 on the night, but I'm confident with Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
I really wish you would have said Tim Duncan and Otis Thorpe, just to fucking put it out into the world. But anyway, yeah, you're both right. It's Tim Duncan, David Robinson, couple of big old boys down there. You're both correct. So you both move up to 12 points. Still tied up. Moving on to question number 6. This nickname is Grit and Grind, and we are looking for 4 players.
Yeah. Brock, do you know?
I have a pretty good idea, I think. And I'm actually going to be locked in.
Wow.
I love nicknames. What can I say? I'm a big nickname guy.
Grit.
Do you know Tony Snell's nickname's Iron Man?
I fucking heard.
That's actually incorrect. Shit.
Oh yeah, that's what I guessed.
That's what you guessed. Tony Snell is Iron Man, baby.
I think it works.
Shout out to the old DTMT listeners. You know what we're talking about.
Grit and Grind.
I'm surprised you don't know this off the top of your head there, little Justin.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I lock. I have no idea if this is right.
All right, well, Justin, we'll let you stew in your disappointment for a little bit longer, and we'll go to Brock first. Brock, what you thinking?
So there's only one team ever, and I don't know if all these 4 guys played on the same team at the one time, but there's only one team ever that I know that was referred to like the Grit and Grind, and that was I don't know what year, a Grit and Grind Memphis Grizzlies. So I had wrote down Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, my boy, and Mike Conley.
That's
And
a good
Justin.
guess. So whenever I think of grit and grind, I think of a team that's an underdog. And this team definitely was an underdog at one point. And it was the Detroit Pistons, but I know they had a different nickname. So, you know what? Just threw it out there. So I went Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, and Tayshaun Prince, which I don't think is right.
You even go Rip Hamilton?
I don't know. It's
You
just,
didn't even go Rip you.
I don't know. Yeah,
Well. Some very different answers here. The team that we were looking for that is designated as Grit and Grind were the Grit and Grind Grizzlies.
Yes.
The 4 players that embodied that nickname were the mainstays with the Grizzlies team were Zach Randolph, Tony Allen, Mark Gasol, and Mike Conley. So Brock with a perfect sweep on that question. Justin, unfortunately, remaining at 12 points, while Brock grits and grinds his way on up to 16 points.
Grit and Grind Grizzlies, baby. All
Big
defense.
question. Big question there.
All defense. Fuck offense.
All right, and with that, we'll move on to question number 7. This one we're going to treat similarly to the Bad Boys because the nickname is Showtime,
Oh, no.
but we are going to give Magic and Kareem as gimmies, and I'm only going to be looking for the rest of the starters on the Showtime Lakers.
Oh.
Magic and Kareem are gimmies.
So you looking
So
for
3 players available.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm locked in.
Brock is locked.
This is actually really funny. I'll tell a story when I get called on.
All right, I'm locked too.
Justin. Let's go to you first. What you got, bud?
I only got 2. I got James Worthy and Brian Shaw. Couldn't think of the rest.
Who the fuck is Byron Shaw?
Or
Brian Shaw? Byron Scott?
Or Byron Scott. God damn it. Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, we're going to Brock on that note. Brock.
Well, you know what's really funny? Justin and I, and Adam was there too. We hung out this weekend. We played some 2K, and I actually was the Showtime Lakers team. We did some old classics teams. So I went with James Worthy, Byron Scott, and the greatest 45 to ever do it, AC Green. And just for shits and giggles, Kurt Rambis was on that team coming off the bench. That should be a bonus point.
Kurt Rambis will not award you a bonus point.
Kurt Rambis deserves
Unfortunately.
a bonus point.
Well, Brock, you got enough points there because you did get all 3 correct. Brings your total up to 19. Justin had 1 correct, bringing his total to 13.
Bullshit.
I wasn't at the house when you guys played classic teams. I didn't know you had the Showtime Lakers this weekend.
Yeah, it was Showtime Lakers.
Every time I'm there, they make me play Currents because I'm too busted with all the old players.
Justin, how'd that game go when I crushed you with the Showtime Lakers?
Crushed me with Kareem and Magic. Pretty good.
Oh, I'm pretty sure James Worthy had 18 in the post. He was you were the 16 Cavs with 99 LeBron and couldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, because that's all I had other than him and Kyrie. I had no one else.
Kevin,
Oh my God, get the fuck
Boys.
Get out of here.
All right, Brock retains a 6-point lead up to through that question, and our final question of the standard rounds. We are looking for 2 players who were known by the nickname 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Never heard this nickname.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we have a group consensus to give a hint, I can do that.
I'm locked in.
Okay.
Screw hints. We don't do hints around these parts.
Brock,
Besides the
score might have something to do with Brock's unwillingness to
I'm
Allow
locked
a
in.
hint.
already got the name.
I know you are.
7 or 11. The crazy part is, I feel like I've heard this, but I just
Lock
Well,
in.
it is the name of a very popular gas station. That might be where you've heard it.
no. I feel like I've heard it. Call me crazy, but I feel like it's a nickname from this year. 7.
I can tell you right now, the people I locked in are not playing, or they might not even be alive.
All right, I'm gonna go with 2 weirdos.
All right, Brock. What are your answers for this one?
Well, I don't know. One of two things here. One, it's a really tall player with a really short player, and that's what I went with. Or it could be referring to numbers. I'm not 100% sure. So I went with the small, big guy, and I went with the big guy and the small guy. I went with Manute Bull and Muggsy Bogues. Because, have you ever seen that picture where they're standing and it's like really tall? That's 7-Eleven, baby.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty good.
Justin, what are you thinking?
Well, like I said, I feel like I've heard this in recent memory, so I was thinking of. It's a weird nickname, so I was thinking of like weird superstars that got put together. And to me, there's honestly none weirder. Like I was thinking like a backcourt duo, so I was thinking like Kyrie Irving and James Harden. Those two are kind of weird, and they're just put together.
So that's your answer?
Yeah, Kyrie and James. I have no idea.
Right. Neither of you are correct.
Oh, damn it.
It was referring to numbers. One player wore 7, one player wore 11. They played together on the Miami Heat not too long ago. It would be Goran Dragic and Dion Waiters.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You know how everybody
never guess
remembers
that.
both of them. They're kind of the dream team,
Wait, what
star
number?
duo.
What number is Kyrie?
He's 11.
You should have said Durant. Doesn't Durant wear 7 now?
Oh! I was just thinking of 2 weirdos. I don't know. Like I said, I was just thinking of 2 superstars getting together. They're in the same backcourt. They got to have a nickname. 7-Eleven.
I didn't think about Kyrie Durant. That is actually a good nickname for them. I mean, if Kyrie decides to play basketball ever.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I got 11 from, because for some reason, I was just thinking Kyrie. Huh.
Brock retains a 6-point lead after the final question of the first round, up 19-13. And with that, we will be moving into our speed rounds. For this gentleman, I'm going to be giving you a very famous team. Each of you, a very famous team. You will have 45 seconds to name as many of the 12 players that are on that team as possible. Understood?
Yep. I hate speed rounds.
I know you do, but we're gonna go to Justin first. Justin, you're 6 points behind, so you're gonna need to name at least half of the team that I mentioned, half of the roster. The team that you will be naming, and I'll give you 5 seconds here to think for just a second before I start the timer. But your team is the 1992 Olympic Dream Team.
Oh, yeah.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
We're going to go with Scottie Pippen, MJ, Larry Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Christian Laettner was on that team. Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, did I say Scottie Pippen?
You did.
Did I name coaches?
No.
Did I say John Stockton?
You did not. That is time.
Dang it.
Justin, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 correct answers, bringing your total for the episode to 21. Brock, you still sit at 19 points.
Jesus.
For this team, you got Magic Johnson, you got Christian Laettner, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, David Robinson.
Clyde was on there.
Clyde was one that you missed. Another would be Patrick Ewing.
Yes.
Oh,
Another would be Karl Malone. Got Stockton, didn't get Malone. As well as Chris Mullin were the ones you missed. And you gave me Hakeem Olajuwon was not on the team.
No. I got Patrick and freaking a team mixed up.
All right, so Brock, you only need 2 points to tie, 3 points to win. And do so, you're going to have to give me members of the 2008 Olympic Redeem Team.
Oh.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
LeBron, Kobe, Wade, CP3, Chris Bosh was on there. Dwight was on there. He was good then. Melo, there's another one. Who else is good in that time frame? 08. Jason Kidd, maybe? 08. Who else is good in 08? Dirk wouldn't be on it. That doesn't make any sense. Marc Gasol, maybe. Pau Gasol. Maybe they were good back then. Derrick Rose. Maybe.
That's your time. You got also 8 correct, meaning you stay undefeated in this season of Jump Ball. That brings your total to 27 to Justin's 21. Your correct answers for this were LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, Dwight Howard, Dwayne Wade, Jason Kidd, and the 4 that you did not get were the Booze Crews, Carlos Boozer.
Oh, God.
Darren Williams.
Michael Redd, Darren Williams.
Michael Redd.
And the Jump Ball legend, Tayshaun Prince.
I didn't know Tayshaun was on.
I didn't know Tayshaun was on that team either.
Yeah. I didn't either until I looked him up.
Wait, Michael Redd. How old was Michael Redd when he played on that team? Oh my God! Hang on, I'm just gonna look that up. Jesus, he was born in 1979.
He's 42 now, so 13 years ago would have been 30. He would have been like 29.
Oh, okay. I don't know why, but when I think Michael Redd, I think way older Bucks than. I don't know why, but Michael Redd was a bucket.
Yeah, well, and that's where we sit. 27 to 21. Brock, another victory. How does it feel?
Feels really good. Like I said, I'm a big nickname guy. I love nicknames, so this kind of it didn't start off good with the Otis picks, but Bad Boys helped, and then the Grit and Grind Grizzlies, baby. Gotta love them.
Yeah, that was really the big turning point, I think, Grit and Grind.
Yeah.
Justin, how you feeling, bud?
You know what? I felt like I performed to my best ability. I had no idea about the Grit and Grind Grizzlies. I do know.
I feel like we've had conversations about the Grit and Grind Grizzlies before. You love Zach Randolph.
I do love Zach Randolph. I like Tony Allen too, but I never knew they were the Grit and Grind Grizzlies.
I love the Grit and Grind Grizzlies.
But no, I mean, tough L, but I think I performed well, and we'll just get back to it.
Hey, that's all we can do. All we can do is our best. And that's what we do every week here on Jump Ball. If you want to hear us try our best more, by all means, tune in next week. The week after that, we post episodes just about every Monday. We do our best, at least. Next week, we're actually having a bit of an exciting episode. We're going to have a guest host, a buddy of mine from college, JD, big fan of the pod, wrote an episode, and he's going to come on and host it for us. So we'll all be competing next week. Will be a great chance for me and Justin to take a bite out of Brock's lead against us on season 2 here. But until then, make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Hopefully we're on there. Otherwise, I don't know how you're hearing us if we're not on your podcast app. So just hit the follow button. We love it when people follow us. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok. Do all that stuff. And make sure to just keep on listening. And until then, everybody, have a great week. Seriously, I mean that. Have a great week.